Hey guys, how you doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So some of you guys have asked about just exactly how the bot works. It's a bit complicated, but I will show you it actually working in action. So the bot's about to take a trade in 3 minutes and 14 seconds, providing we don't get a massive dump in the price. Yeah, so we will have a look at that. So yeah, as you can see, this is basically the buy signal we've got. So if this, as long as we don't have a dump now and this stays as a buy, when this candle closes in 3 minutes, we'll get a buy. So what I've actually got, these this is basically my order entry that goes into MEX. So this is it. It places it sets my leverage. It cancels any existing orders and places my leverage and puts in my stop. This is my aggressive entry, if you guys know what that is, and then it will fill with the market order, anything left. This is where it will say place my take profits, 0.4, 0.7 and 2% take profits, and then it will put in these ladders also. These ladders at these certain levels, so these are the ladder entries that I'll have in there also as well. So I'll have a ladder set for 0.35% lower than the entry, 0.7% lower than the entry, 1.05, and then 1.4 lower than the entry, and then each of these ladders will have its own take profit of 0.4, 1% and 2%. So that extra it will then sell at these points, and then it'll have a trading take profit. So this is basically my code that I send over to MEX, and then that will basically be how my trade will operate. So I will show you that in real time. This is the MEX account that is gonna take the trade on. So yeah, it's just a case of waiting now, so you guys can actually watch it do its magic. Yeah, a lot of you guys that trade on MEX, obviously now fiddly can be putting all these orders in, and then literally if you look at this, if you actually look here, I'm putting in a market order, a limit order, then changing that to a market order if it doesn't get filled. Then I'm putting in 3 take profit orders, so we're talking about 5 orders now. Limit order, market order, 3 take profits, which is 5 orders, and then we're going to put in basically 3 more bids, which is 6, 7, 8, and then 3 more, 9, 10, 11, 3 more, 11, 12, 13, and then we've got 3 more, so 13, 14, 15. So there's a lot of orders to go in, and also when these orders get filled, that is when these take profit orders will then get added to the market. But obviously I can't necessarily show you that unless it all gets filled pretty much at the same time, unless basically we get a dump at the same time, so my ladder's filled, and then those ladder orders, those ladder take profit orders then get filled. But yeah, so 36 seconds to go, and then you'll be able to, what will happen first is the actual the trading view, this trading view signal will come in. So this long position trigger I've got there, that will basically trigger, it will come on my screen as a long trade, and then that will then communicate with the various software, including Alertatron, that this is basically the code for, that then communicates to MEX. So 5 seconds, so we should see the order pop-ups, the long position. So if we go to MEX, and it should start doing its thing. There's a slight delay, normally like 1 or 2 seconds, so it's putting our stop. It's submitted the order to buy them, so you can see we're on the bid here. So we'll either get filled on the bid, or we will have to chase the market up, but it's called an aggressive entry, so if the market goes up, we will stay on the bid. But I've got my slippage set to $5, so if it goes up more than $5, it will turn that limit order into a market order, then hit the market, and then just buy it a market order. So currently we're just sat on the bid here at 9,383 spot 5. So we're gonna get filled. I mean, look like the office trading, but obviously we've got a lower amount on the bid. Yeah, we think we're gonna get filled some here. So wait for these fills, and then we'll be able to see the ladders pop in, the actual ladder entries, and then also the take profits. So we're gonna do this, guys. We're just gonna sit on the price, we're just gonna sit around here for a minute. There was me thinking the 3 minutes before the bot alert was gonna trigger was gonna be the time that I had to kill. I didn't realize it was gonna be the time I'm sat on the bid waiting to get filled. So yeah, still waiting. We're still waiting for this position. You can see it's already put our order in first. That's what it always does. It puts our order in, our stop in, which is actually 1.6% lower than what the entry is. So that is a quantity of 40,000, but that is that's a bit more than our need, but it's reduced only, so it will only reduce the position. It won't add to a position and put me net short if it gets filled. Here we go. This looks like someone's just sat on the offer for a million just to try and force the bid to trade through, and he'll probably sat on the offer and the bid trying to get his limit orders filled on the bid by putting a million on the offer. These are the games people play in these markets. I used to trade bond markets basically, which are like pretty serious markets, and you get all this sort of spoofing going on, like with massive bids trying to force people to hit offers or hit bids with market orders, and then they just pull it and then we just go up. It's just called spoofing. Apparently it's illegal. They try and do people for it in America for spoofing. But I mean, if anyone trades any financial markets, like in the actual order book, then you see spoofing just happens all the time. And I never thought there was a problem with spoofing, because at the end of the day, if you put in a big offer trying to force the price down, you are exposing yourself to just get lifted, and some bigger player could just be like, you know what, I'm just going to take your whole offer, and then what are you going to do? So I never really understood why it was a bad thing. I do understand it sort of makes prices trade that wouldn't trade, but they're taking a risk to do that. They're basically taking a risk that they get filled, that they basically get hit. Someone takes their and then they will be in, like, say they were sat on the offer, they'll be in a massive short position. So let's say this guy had 40 million on here, because then what happens, people do lean on orders in the order book. It's called leaning on them. You lean on them, so basically you sell knowing you've got this order to basically as a good stop to lean on. But yeah, so God, this has been a while, hasn't it, for this bit. I thought this was gonna be like a 2-minute video, but yeah, looks like it's gonna be a 5-minute video. Yeah, I just all I want to do, guys, is show you the orders fill. The orders get set in. Just show you the actual bot in motion. We're gonna get filled. To be honest, if we don't get filled and the market goes up, at least you'll be able to see what happens when the actual order chases the market up, the limit order. Obviously, I don't want that to happen. I want to get filled on the limit now, but you know, I got no fills yet, guys. This is no fills trading, no fills attached. Yeah, this is just one of those cases where you just know the offer's going to get pulled. This is going to go down to like about 300,000, and then we're just going to trade up, and then the market's just going to move up. That's what I think is going to happen here. But we're all gonna find out together in a second. Find out. They're actually lumping more on the offer, trying to force that bid to trade through. But I mean, we're sat on that bid and we ain't getting any fills. Come on, Bitmex was down today. I'm sure a lot of you guys would have known that. That's why we've got that big scam wick on the chart where we didn't actually trade. God, how long are we gonna be sat here for? Yeah, this is when you go on a date and there's like an awkward silence and there's like you don't really know what to say, so you just like you're just basically saying nothing really, apart from, this is even worse just because you guys can't talk back and I'm just here talking to myself literally. Yeah, come on, we gotta trade through now. We gotta trade through. So for this isn't even like that, because at least you have got someone to talk to when you're on a date. You're not just like you're not literally just sat there like talking to yourself like I am doing now, just trying to kill some empty void of time. Yeah, this is almost getting to the point where I'm just like, yeah, forget this. I'll stop this video and I'll just video the next call. It will be easier, the next bot trade. We're getting to that point, unless we trade soon, guys. Yeah, come on, they've got to fill it. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this, guys. I don't even want to look at how long this video is. I don't think it actually tells me how long it is until I actually press stop. There we go, order filled. Yeah, so we've been filled. Look, the order size of 7,500. So now it's going to put in, you can see these orders flashing in. This is basically putting all the orders. So there's our 15 orders. So if you have a look at that, we've put in all the laddered buys for the laddered entries have been put in. Then we've got the sells at the what they were, 0.4, 0.7, and then 2%, and then obviously the trailing order will come in once we get past that. Well, actually, I've got it set to past 6%. Well, I've got it at 6%. Trigger offset 6%. That should be 0.6. That's a good spot. That was. I shouldn't have that in my code. But yeah, I'll change that. So yeah, so there you go. So we've got the open position, we've got the stop, we've got the orders in, the orders for my ladders to buy extra, the orders to take profit, and then also what will happen is when any of these bids get filled, you can see there's 3 different bids. They have to be set up as 3 different orders, even though they're the same price, because each one of these orders will then have its own separate take profit level attached to it, of obviously the 3 levels that I've got of 0.4, 1% and 2%. So yeah, that's the end of this video. That's how it works. Sorry that you had to listen through to a lot of my awkward conversation before we finally got filled on the bid, but hey, I can't help that, guys. It's not my fault. But right, so I'll speak to you guys soon.